Let's take a look at inequalities with decimal addition and subtraction. They ask us which sign makes the sentence true. 1 plus 5, is it equal to, less than, or greater than 1.9? Okay, well, here's what you need to remember about decimals. When you have a number like 1.9, 1 is a whole number, and then 0.9 is 9/10. So 1.9 is in between 1 and 2, right? It's almost 2, because it's 9/10 of the way between 1 and 2. So if you look at this, 1 and 5 are whole numbers, right? So 1 plus 5 is just 6. A whole number of 6 is definitely going to be greater than 1.9 because that's between 1 and 2. So we're going to fill that in with our greater than symbol. 0.6 plus 2.6, we want to compare that. Is that going to be greater than, less than, or equal to 8.9? And I think I can figure this out even without adding those numbers to get the exact answer. Because let's think about this. 0.6 is in between 0 and 1, right? It's a little more than half, 6/10. And then we're adding 2.6. Well, that number is in between 2 and 3. So even if you were to round these numbers up, right? Even if you were to round this up to 1 and this up to 3, 1 plus 3 would still only be 4. And that's rounded up, so this real answer would be a little less than 4. So what we get there is definitely going to be less than 8.9, because 8.9 is between 8 and 9, right? That's definitely bigger than 4. So we're going to fill this in with our less than symbol, right? 0.6 plus 2.6 is definitely going to be less than 8.9. 3.9 plus 1.4, and we want to compare that. Is that equal to, less than, or greater than 3? Now, if I really wanted to, I could add these two numbers together and get the exact answer. But to make our problem a little easier here, we want to see if we can reason it out quickly without having to add it for an exact answer. Well, 3.9 plus 1.4. 3.9 is already bigger than 3, right? 3.9 is in between 3 and 4. It's almost 4. And then I'm adding even more to that. So if I take something already bigger than 3 and I add even more to it, it's definitely going to be greater than 3, right? This is the same thing as 3.0. (4.9) plus 4.6, and we want to compare that. Is it less than, equal to, or greater than 8.6? Well, if I had 4.9 plus 4.6, 4.9 is already almost all the way to 5, and I'm adding another 4.6 to it. So that should be, right, 4 and 4 is 8, 0.9 plus 0.6 is going to become more than 1, so this should definitely be greater than 8.6. Now, if you're not sure, if there's any doubt in your mind, you can always add them together. You could say 4.9 plus 4.6 and see what you get. Well, remember, when you're adding with decimals, you would line up the decimal points to make sure you're adding the numbers in the right place value. Well, in the tenths place, 9 plus 6 would give me 15/10. So we would write the 5, and the 10/10 would become a 1, right? We're going to carry that over. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus the extra 1 makes it 9. And then it's really clear to see 9.5 is definitely greater than or bigger than 8.6, right? Because a little more than 9 is definitely bigger than a little more than 8. (1.1 plus 4.2, is that greater than, less than, or equal to 0.6? And I don't think we even have to add these all the way to figure this out. 1.1 is a little bigger than 1. 4.2 is a little bigger than 4, right? So this is going to give us an answer a little bigger than 5. That's definitely bigger than 0.6 because this is in between 0 and 1. So 1.1 plus 4.2, definitely greater than or bigger than 0.6. Two 2.4 plus 1.1, and we want to compare that. Is it less than, greater than, or equal to 5.1? Well, this has a whole number of 2 and this has a whole number of 1, right? So 2 and 1 would give us 3. 0.4 and 0.1, that would give us 0.5, right? So this is going to be a little more than 3. That's definitely smaller than or less than 5.1.